Hi, Scott here with another FAQ video. This topic is going to be how do I start off, how do I get to the next stage, how do I set up my property. These questions and this variation is something I get all the time. So you've decided serviced accommodation is for you, then it's our job to get that property up, running, earning you money as fast as possible. Now, there's one type of owner that already has a unit, it's already set up, it's operating as a business, and we can simply take that on board, implement it into our systems and procedures and get that making you more money than it's currently earning you. But most people come to us with an empty unit. They don't have a business, they just have an empty property, and it's our job to make that into a serviced accommodation business for them. So we're not just putting guests in, we need to make it a business. So we have our owners check-up start-up list, and this is a big massive list of everything we keep you right: legislation, furnishing, designing the customer experience, all the things you need in your property to make it work. There's lots and lots of working parts in a serviced accommodation unit. It's a mini hotel, it's a mini business, and setting up a hotel or a guest house can't be done very quickly in a day. Normally it takes roughly a minimum of 40 hours to get a property set up correctly. Now you can do all this yourself, but 99% of people pay your local property manager to set this up for you. A few reasons: they can do it a lot quicker, they can do it a lot better, you end up with another product, but most people don't have 40 hours to dedicate to do this. So our property managers, the procedures here, they take one new property on every single week. So they have a calendar and they slot in one new property to set up every week. So depending on how busy your property manager is as to what week they can slot you in. Now most will have a waiting list of 3 weeks because there's always people putting units on across the country, but these guys will slot you in and they will dedicate that whole week to getting your property set up. Now, you might need to pay them to do this, depending on how much work's involved, because it's definitely 40 hours minimum to set it up. But this means they get that done in a week. Now, if you're an owner with life, family, business, career, hobbies, the chances of you being able to dedicate a whole week to setting that up, the average time for a property owner to say, Scott, I've got a unit, I would love to give you it, cool, is 6 weeks. I'd say the average time, the minimum time is 4 weeks, but the average is definitely 6 weeks, and that's 6 weeks lost income. Especially now, as I record this, you're right in the peak season. Waiting 6 weeks rather than a week is going to lose you a lot more than the setup fee that you would be paying your local property manager. So don't look at it as paying those guys. You're paying your local property manager to set up a business, and once that business is set up, it would run forever. So it's not just a start-up fee, it's setting up your business for you. But if you're paying them some money, and they can get that done in a week, that gets you your unit on a month earlier, and that gets you £2,000 worth of extra income, then you're more than making your money back by multiples of the amount you've paid your property manager. So financially, it doesn't make sense to do it yourself in a lot of occasions, because trust me, everybody thinks, I'll get that done in a week. But when you see the checklist of exactly what's involved, then you're going to find that it is going to take you 6 weeks to get all this ready. There's so many working parts in this. As I said, we're building a business. We're not just, it's not like normal rental where you can put a bit of furniture in and advertise it and get a tenant in. There's lots of working parts here that means you need to work really, really hard, efficiently, to get things looking as good as possible in the short amount of time. Because the longer it takes, the longer you're waiting where you don't get money. So it's dead money, so it's always beneficial to get your property manager to do it. They will set pretty much everything up for you, so you don't need to even lift a finger. We are going to create you a hands-off business that's going to be generating you residual income with no work for yourself. So this is pretty much how we go ahead. You get a date, your property manager will slot it in, they'll get your property there, and they'll give you a date when you go live, and essentially your property manager is going to deal with absolutely everything for you with the setup, so you don't need to worry about it.